that's how I'm utilising Nano Banana, Photoshop and Mid-Journey video. Thanks again for tuning back into the channel. In this week's video, as you can probably guess, we are taking a look at, and not even a deep dive into, Nano Banana and Photoshop Beta. I'm going to show you some of the ways that I've used it so far, and that's just been playing around with it. Some of the selection methods I've used, some of the things I've noticed while doing it, the mistakes as well. Everything's here, and it's a relatively quick video, but hopefully it gives you an insight into it as well. I discovered, the more I played around with it, I discovered that JSON prompting is better for it. And so I've included how I added the JSON prompting in. I didn't always get the results I was wanting, but I've added it in anyway, just in case you want to try that for yourself as well. So without further ado, let's just dive into this video, take a look around at the things that I've discovered, very small things that I've discovered, and I hope you enjoy the video. So with this image, I'm just going to show you a couple of different selection methods that are working at the moment. So I can take the rectangular marquee tool, go up into generative fill, and take the drop down menu. It's currently Firefly Image 3, but I'm going to use Nano Banana for this. And using this image, I'm going to type simply, so we get this. And as you see, it's moved the girl as well, and it's taken her down there. So now what we can do is go into selection brush tool, and I'm going to make sure the hardness is at 0, and I'll just increase the size just to there, and we'll change the colour of the red leather jacket. Notice how the people in both images seem to move slightly, as if they have passed by. So I ran the same image through again. I thought a city street at night with neon lights and a black leather jacket and everything like that. I thought just to try this out, just to see how far I could push it, because Adobe did say that it's easier and it works better if you build the image up piece by piece. Although I did this, I did use the rectangular marquee tool for everything, changing my prompt slightly each time just to see how it worked. And then I decided to take it in and use a JSON prompt. And I'll show you later on in this video how you create the JSON prompts, because the results using the JSON prompts are more detailed and are actually better than this. But you have to remember that this is low res and I'm using a high res image, so the background and the foreground are not going to match perfectly, but the end results can speed up a workflow, act as a mood board, a storyboard, or just getting ready for a composite and just letting you see how the composite may look if you want to apply the time to doing that first before you create the composite. I tried it with a whole host of other images just to see how it actually worked and what the prompts would produce, and the results using the portraits and, in this case, a city street or a photography studio all worked well. Nano Banana's ability with Photoshop to be able to read an object, for you to input a prompt, decide what direction it's in, what the lighting's like, and what camera it was actually photographed with, is actually quite impressive. Sure, there are a lot of mistakes and it's a lot of trial and error with the prompts as well, but as the two software working together are in the beta form, it's interesting to see what comes out of it, and I'm sure in the next couple of years, if not before, this will really transform editing. I think it will be sooner rather than later, and once this right now is in the beta stages, it's Nano Banana and Photoshop, and I think because of the resolution at the moment, the 1K or whatever it is resolution that it's producing, using it along with photographs and creating brand new backgrounds and everything, that's not for me. I'll use this more for concept design mood boards, starting and end frames for AI video. That's where I'm enjoying it. It's a new tool. I want to learn how to utilize it so that it improves my workflow. That's why I'm get a lot of vested interest in AI. I want to see how it can help me. I enjoy the dopamine rush I get from using the skills I've learned. I enjoy an image coming together. AI and Photoshop, Nano Banana and Photoshop is going to make the concepts come together quicker, but at the same time, I'm not getting the dopamine hit from it. So for me, I just want to utilize it to see how it's going to help me in my workflow. And as I said, it does make mistakes. This next section is going to show you how to use JSON prompting and how it gets better results for you, higher detailed results. But at the same time, it doesn't get it right. So what you envisage and what the computer kicks back out at you might be different. So you then have to go back and utilize the skills in Photoshop and photography that you have learned. This next section will show you just that. I wanted ropes breaking and straining at the fender, and so I used the selection brush and drew down just to certain points on the rocks as if they were tied down, held down by metal clamps. And once I had completed where I wanted them to be, or roughly where I wanted them to be, I generated using Nano Banana. And that's when it clicked. Perhaps I need to use JSON or JSON prompts to get and refine better results. So, using Google Gemini, I went in and added the image that I wanted to use as a reference image, and I'll put the beginning of the prompt that I used on screen. This I've found is very helpful for any of the other AI software that I use, more so for video editing than anything else, but it seems to work. And once it has produced the JSON or JSON prompt, you simply copy that file, go back into Photoshop, reselect using Select All, and put in any prompt whatsoever. It doesn't matter for this next step. And once it has created that prompt, simply turn that off, and in the Generate box, add your JSON or JSON prompt. And for this, it did return better results than the first time, but still nothing that I was after. And as you'll see in the next few examples, each time I would perhaps add to the prompt in the generation box, and it would give me something else, but nothing that I was after. That's when traditional editing and Photoshop skills came into play. Hopefully you got something from that, and hopefully it just lets you see the beta stages of Nano Banana and Photoshop coming together. You'll see plenty of other videos popping up if they haven't already popped up. Take a look at everybody's. Everybody will have a different way of doing this, especially when it's in the beta stage. So there might be discoveries, there might be other methods completely that just blow everything out of the water. Enjoy it, discover it, use it as a tool in your workflow. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.